If you're like me, you've probably been looking for something to scratch that itch for shooting hobbies. Because ammunition is so expensive, because a lot of airsoft fields are closed, I haven't been able to go out there and really scratch that itch for anything that involves shooting. But I think I found just the thing. In today's video, I want to talk to you guys about the REKT foam blasters and talk about how these things, which by the way, are powered by CO2, are so much fun and are the perfect solution if you're stuck at home. So let's take a look at these in today's video. What's up, Airsofters? My name is Lane and welcome back to the BB Warrior. We're here to help you have a better time both on and off the airsoft field through our educational videos. There will also be a full article about these dart guns on the bbwarrior.com. And today we're doing something a little bit different. Now before we get into what makes the REKT dart guns different than the other ones on the market, again, they use CO2, which I think is so neat, but we'll get into that in just a minute. I do gotta say, full disclosure, they were kind enough to send these out for me to review today, but I should give you some backstory. Now back in 2019, which seems like a lifetime ago at this point, I actually saw these guys at an expo for airsoft stuff, and they were like, hey, we make these dart guns that use standard darts that you can find anywhere, but they're powered by CO2, and I was like, well, hey, that's pretty neat actually, and they've got pistols, they've got rifles, we'll talk about all that in a minute. And I was like, oh my god, these are so cool. I was having fun just shooting them around the expo. I probably shouldn't have been, but water under the bridge. And anyways, I thought they were super cool. We exchanged contact information, and they eventually asked me if I wanted to do a video on them, and I jumped on the opportunity because I thought they were so neat. So full disclosure, they did send these for me to review, but I was in love with these things from even before that discussion began. But huge thanks to them for sponsoring today's video. So what makes the REKT guns different from other foam dart launchers that you're going to see out there on the market? Besides the power source of CO2, which makes these much more powerful than anything else you're going to find that's powered off of like springs, for example, like the ones that you remember from when you or I are kids, there's going to be some differences in the design, in the way that they're loaded. Now again, they use standard darts, but the neat thing about the pistol specifically is that it's muzzle loaded. So you take your dart, drop it in there, and you're good to fire. Now talking about the design externally, this is the OpSix pistol that I'm currently taking a look at for today, which come in red, and they also have a blue color as well, as it's shaped like a real firearm, but it still has the coloring to distinguish it as not a real firearm, as this being a toy. I really like this as an airsofter because some of the other options out there from other companies are just kind of cartoony, or they're based off of like kids video games like Fortnite. This resembles a real pistol, but again, because it's got this coloring, it's not going to be mistaken for one like if you're playing with an airsoft gun in your backyard. Now this is shaped off of like a Walther style design. It feels really comfortable in the hand. This is full size to what you'd expect from like a regular full size 9mm handgun. And the plastic on it just feels really solid. For this being a toy, let's be honest, these are toys here, but I'm having so much fun with them. This feels really, really solid. It's got texturing on the pistol grip. It's got like a fake like slide release, and it's also got the safety on the left-hand side here. So when the safety's activated, the trigger's just dead. It doesn't do anything. Once you pull that back, it's got some friction there. You're ready to fire. And again, this is just a single muzzle loader. Take your dart, push it in there, and you're good to go. Now I will say, because these are powered by CO2, these things pack some heat behind them. So make sure that you are wearing some eye protection. I never thought I'd say that for a foam dart gun, but definitely do it. I got hit in the face by one and it wasn't the most pleasant experience, so make sure to put some eye protection on when using these products. But overall, I really, really like these. And changing the CO2 is very simple. If you've used airsoft guns before, it's gonna make a lot of sense. Simply take the pistol, the back strap comes up and out, and then you just screw it right there into the back. I think that this is a really clever design, and again, it allows for one, you don't have to worry about a way to manually cock the device. The slide is stuck in place like you would expect on one of these, so you don't have to worry about cocking it each time. Just put the next dart in and you're ready to fire. And again, talking about the quality of this, it has like painted iron sights. Now they're not adjustable or anything, but they're like surprisingly good. Like these iron sights are better than some of the ones that I've seen on like airsoft guns. So overall, I think that this is just like a really, really neat toy. And I've had fun playing with friends because, again, we can't go out to play airsoft. The cost of like actual ammunition has gotten really expensive here in the US. So this is just a nice way to like hang out with a couple of friends. It's a nice socially distanced thing, and you can get some pretty steady range on these. And even though they are CO2 powered, they're pretty consistent. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to be hitting bullseyes with these things, but you're going to hit a man-sized target from 25, 30 feet away. Now, the neat thing about this company is they don't just make pistols, they also make a rifle, which is called the OpSix. And the cool thing about this is that it's based off of your standard military M4. It's got a stock, it's got the quad rail on it. And the neat thing about this is that the CO2 for this one goes in the stock, and it's like a pump action with the foregrip, so you don't have to worry about putting a new one in. It has a 12-round magazine that you can use with it, and it is super cool. I'm definitely going to pick one up because, again, I've been having so much fun with these things during quarantine, and let's be honest, as the winter months come near, less airsoft fields are going to be open once it switches to indoor. We're probably going to be at home more, and this is just a nice thing to kind of scratch that itch. It's been fun to play with like family members who aren't like traditionally gun people. Have found these really fun in my family, and it's fun for having like little wars in the backyard, shooting cans, whatever it may be. I think that these pistols from REKT, again, this is the OpSix, they also have the OpSix rifle. I think that they're just a ton of fun, and I know that this wasn't a serious video or anything, but when I saw these, I thought that they were just so much fun, and when they asked me to do a video with them, I just had to jump on the opportunity. But other than that, that's going to do it for today's video, guys. Again, I think that these pistols are fantastic. They also have the rifle as well. I wish I had one to show you, but they're all super fun. If you're looking for something that isn't really serious, something to just plink around with like your family members or in the backyard, I would highly recommend these. They're a great quality, the CO2 works fantastically, and it uses standard darts and your standard 12-gram CO2, which makes it really easy to keep on loading these things. But that's going to do it for today's video. Like I mentioned, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below, and while you're at it, hit the bell icon next to it to get updates when we post brand new videos here on the channel. Make sure to visit thebwarrior.com for even more airsofting news and articles. But this has been Lane talking about the REKT foam dart pistol, and I'll see you all next time.